Hi Ben, how's it going?
Good, thanks, Nav. How are you?
Good, thank you. It's a fixture that has a lot of history, isn't it? With Wales's good record against Belgium over the years, but the one thing missing maybe in the rivalry from a Welsh perspective is a win on Belgian soil. How confident are you that you can achieve that for the first time this time?
Yeah, I feel like we've definitely played against each other a lot in the last few years, but it's always a tough game. You know, Belgium have got a lot of quality in their team and have always made it difficult for us. But like we have to look at the past games we played to take some confidence from it. But we know how big a task it is in front of us, but we have to face it head on.
Your head coach, Craig Bellamy, said that you'd be going on the attack. You're not just going to sit back and defend. It's not in his makeup, he said. As players, what are the kind of specific challenges that a team like Belgium can pose with all their individual talents?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. They have a lot of very good individuals that on their day are playing at top level in world football. So, look, we know what we're up against. We know the individual qualities they have if we aren't on top of our game. But for us, we have to go out there with full confidence, hoping we can get the job done.
And from a personal perspective, Ben, I know your full focus is on international matters when you're here, but nice to have your club future sorted as well today.
Yeah, like it wasn't necessarily sorted today, so I haven't been too stressed about it today. But yeah, looking forward to another year there.
Top man,
Thanks.
Ben, can we just ask, what has it been like the last few days, obviously, with what's happened at your club? How do you sort of reflect on it?
Look, from a player's standpoint, you don't tend to have too much input into those decisions, and for us, we kind of read about the news as you did. So, look, as players, we have to move on and do the job that's in front of us, and it's no different this time.
And in terms of the camp here, obviously, so much momentum at the moment, the unbeaten run must be a feel-good kind of factor.
Definitely. I think we're playing good football. We're working hard as a group. We are a very tight group here. Good bunch of boys. We all get on well, and it's always an enjoyable time being here.
How good would it be to keep hold of that record going into the summer?
It would be exactly what we're looking to do. I think, like I said before, we know the challenges that Belgium can cause us, but it would definitely be nice to walk away from here with 3 points.
Okay, just a couple in the back. Lawrence, do you want to ask? If you want to go first, then pass on the mic,
Yeah, Ben, being top of the league, do you think this puts Belgium under sort of pressure tomorrow? I think their manager came out and said it's a must-win game for them.
Look, I'm not thinking about it from Belgium's perspective, to be honest. They played one game in this group. Look, we're ahead of them in that tally, and you'd expect them to be behind us at this point. But all I can say is we focused at it from our point of view, and we know that this group has shown already that it can be tough, and I'm sure this is going to be another tough game tomorrow.
We seem to see different sides of you with every single game at the moment under Craig Bellamy, and he was really pleased with the way that you pressurised and kept hold of the ball and sort of won the ball back so high up against Liechtenstein. What are your sort of reflections on that performance, and in particular Jay De Silva coming into left back and his performance?
I think games like we had the other night, they can become a little bit of banana skin if you're not fully focused, and I think that was the biggest positive we had come out of it, is that for 90 minutes we were on top of our game. We worked hard, and we got the job done, and you could see after Nico's injury, Jay slotted in seamlessly. He's been brilliant for us in training, and it was only a matter of time before he did get his chance, and we had no doubt that he was going to be as good as he was.
Thank you. Back there.
Hi, DPG Belgium, media from Belgium. Do you feel this game is quite crucial for Wales, because you're obviously first in the group? Belgium drew against North Macedonia. You could make a huge step going to the World Cup, winning tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. I think it's a huge game for both of us, to be honest. We can really take a big step forward if we're able to get a result. And look, every game in this group is going to be important, and this is another one of those.
And about your coach, he's having a good run with Wales. What has he brought to this team?
He's brought a togetherness. We have a real humility in the group that realizes we maybe don't necessarily have the individual talent that we come up against some nations, but we know as a team that we're strong. And if we have every single one of us fighting for each other, and that includes the players, the staff, we all have each other's backs, then we have a good opportunity of beating anybody.
And has he taught you about his past in Belgium, that it might be a special game for him to win tomorrow here?
Yeah, definitely. On the drive on the way here, I think we discussed a lot of the parts of Brussels that he'd been to, and like he had an enjoyable couple of years working here, and I'm sure it had a big impact on his development as a coach.
But he hasn't made it more special than another game, winning tomorrow, trying to win tomorrow.
No, that hasn't come across to us, but maybe you should ask him.
Hi Ben. One of the most prolific results in Welsh history came almost a decade ago in the 2016 Euros 3-1 win, a game in which you played. And just that passion, what was shown on display that whole game, how do you look to emulate that similar passion and tenacity and fire that was shown in that game for a game such as big as the one against Belgium tomorrow in what is considered an already big game for the World Cup qualifier?
Personally, every time I put that Welsh shirt on, that passion is there, that hunger is there, whether we play against Belgium in the Euros or we play against Liechtenstein Friday night. I think if you watch our performances, watch us as a group, we're so proud to wear the Welsh shirt, and I think that takes us a long way as a group, so I'm sure we'll be no doubt in the same position tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Diolch yn fawr. Thanks. Up a couple in Welsh as well, and just one in the corner there. So, missing a microphone.
Hi. Yeah, I just have one question, so it will be short. Just to, like, you're head of the group now, you're first of the group, but you have played 2 games more than Belgium. Do you see it more as an advantage, or more like you feel more pressure because you're in front?
I haven't thought about it too much, but I think I would rather be in a position of having played the games and got the points on the board than having to be on the other side knowing that you have to get results to catch up.
Thank you.
Do you want trin Cymragos?
Gret, diolch ti. Ben, sydd wyt ti?
Iawn, diolch.
Da gweld ti. Cymru yn Gwlad Belg, yr unig beth sydd ar goll rili o safbwynt Cymru ydy buddugoliaeth yma ym Mrwsel. Be sy'n olygu chi tha carfan, tha tîm nos fory, sy'ch chi'n gallu llwyddo i wneud hynny?
Ni'n gwybod bod e'n lle anodd i dod. Mae'r tîm Gwlad Belg yn gael lot o sirena yna. Mae'n gallu gwneud e'n galed iawn iddyn ni, ond ni'n hyderus. Ni wedi bod yn gweithio'n galed wythnos yma, oedd gêm dda yn erbyn Liechtenstein, ac dyn ni'n dod yma i cael ennill gêm arall.
Dych chi'n mynd i colli yn eich 9 gêm diwetha ers i Craig Bellamy gymryd droso. Ti jyst yn gallu sôn chydig bach am yr hyder sydd yn y garfan ar y funud?
Mae fe'n dangos pan chi'n gweithio'n galed ar y car ymarfer, ac pan mae rhaid ni bod yn stafelloedd yn gael y meetings. Os ni yn canolbwyntio'n llwyr, ni'n troi lan yn barod i gweithio'n galed pob tro pan ni'n mynd mas ar y car. Dyn ni'n teimlo'n hyderus, ac bydd y canlyniadau yn dod ar ôl hwnna.
Ac o ran Gwlad Belg, y golden generation os hoffi, di y cyfnod euraidd ella wedi mynd o ran y chwaraewyr yna. Be ti'n neud o'r tîm presennol yma?
Mae bawb yn deud hwnna, ond mae mwy na cwbl o chwaraewyr newydd wedi dod mewn i'r garfan a wedi creu lot o problemau i tîmau arall, felly so ni'n gallu gwrando ar beth mae pobl arall yn mynd i dweud. Ni'n gwybod bod tîm gret gyda nhw a bydd yn noson anodd fori.
Diolch, Paul Consori.
Diolch yn fawr.
Okay, noswaith dda, croeso'r gynhadledd. Evening, welcome to the press conference. We'll do a maximum of 20 minutes, so we'll give everybody 2 questions each, if that's okay. Who wants to go first? Lawrence? Sorry, gentleman at the back, sorry.
Hi, Craig.
How are you, my friends? You
Fine.
good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, good, thanks.
Craig, just a question. You started well in this qualification. you're leading Belgium with 6 points, of course, a few games more.
More games,
But do you feel this game is quite crucial already for Wales tomorrow? Winning would be a huge step towards the World Cup.
Oh yeah, it would be a huge push. All games are so important. Like we had Friday, Belgium, North Macedonia had Friday. Yeah, but I have to be honest, I haven't been involved in any friendlies. I've played 9 games now, all competitive. And it's just another competitive game. Really good opposition, of course. But yeah, I think it's just under a year now I've been managing. And it's been brilliant. I can't be honest, it's been so good. And finished the year, a cycle of being here, to come here to Belgium and play against a top 10 team, leaves you really excited.
I asked one of your players who was just here before, but he said you have to ask the manager, so I'll ask you the same question. Is it for you a special game due to your past in Brussels, in Belgium?
That always helps. Look, it was my last game internationally as a player as well, was here, UK. Yeah, sorry. So, I don't know, it's like I love my time here. I love living here. It's such a, it was such a beautiful country. I believe I like it more than the Belgians like being here. I think you lot are harsher on yourselves than what I was used to. But I feel you have such a great country. I really do. And different regions, different parts added to it. And I'm really grateful for my experience here. So that leaves it, maybe you might say, a little bit more on it. But if I'm being honest, it's just a nice way to finish off a year, and hopefully a positive result.
So you'll ask the players to do a little bit more in the last game?
Never. What they give is, I have to be honest. I think we sort of didn't understand what I was talking about with Liechtenstein. All it is mentality, reactions, habits, getting back, recovery runs. These games, you don't have to really do them. We've seen examples of it. But when I see a team able to do that, that's why I was edgy. It's not about whether I think we're going to win or not win. I do think we're going to win. Now, I have to be respectful, but I need to see these habits. Most important. When I see that, I can come into this game going, I can't wait. Can't wait. I don't know if I'm going to win. Don't know if I'm going to lose. Could be a draw. Always 3 outcomes. But what I see from the players and that game gives me so much. I'm like, this is exactly the type of team I want to be coaching. The attitude, where you can, everything's there to get frustrated by not getting frustrated. I was like, that fills me with so much optimism. And you know, I'm a very optimistic person, but I just see only growth. And tomorrow again gives us an opportunity to grow, keep growing, keep getting better.
Thank you. Can I just go to Lawrence here first? Sorry, Lawrence. Do you want a microphone? Then I'll come to you after, just no problem. Then Dav.
Craig, can we just get a bit of team news first of all? Obviously, Nico's not.
I can give you the 11, yeah?
If you wouldn't mind.
No.
Fantastic. But fitness-wise, Nico obviously hasn't travelled. Is Dan James fit to play tomorrow?
No, Dan will be out. Yeah, Dan's out tomorrow. He just couldn't recover through his illness. It knocked him back quite a bit. It's a shame. But it's okay. We'd love Nico. We love everyone. We don't have him. I've never once moaned about it before. I'm not going to start now. We have good enough players. Yeah, of course we'd like them, but they're not going to be here. Let's make sure they're in a good position for when they come back.
I know on Friday you talked about going to watch the game, the Macedonia game that Belgium. What were your takeaways after sitting and watching Belgium in that match?
Yeah, it was. It was a difficult game for Belgium. It wasn't all straightforward. It sort of, I think, it made me appreciate what we were able to go there and do. How we were able to stop the counter-attacks and control the game, control the tempo of the game, not allow them to get anywhere near causing a threat, because they're capable of that. They have players, which we've seen definitely against Belgium. So controlling the game, I felt I appreciate what we were able to do there a lot more. I say that, I did anyway. I thought there was a real dominant display in North Macedonia. So against a tricky opposition, which I seen with Belgium, they had a few difficulties at times. So yeah, it's what I've seen before. Hugely talented team, an outstanding manager, and we need to be at our very, very best.
Okay, gentleman at the back there, sorry.
Hi, Craig. How key would you say the versatility is in this squad that you've picked? Because obviously you spoke about the injury to Nico on Friday night, and I just wanted to say kind of like the ability to be able to slot the Silva in there. And yeah, just how key is this versatility you've got in your squad, where players can play in different positions and you've got the comfortability to utilise that?
It's everything. It's everything. I don't believe players, like you tell me a forward, there's 3 to 4 different positions of playing forward. You're not just there. There's different ways, and I love players being able to do different roles. And that goes along the back as well. It goes along central areas in the middle of the park. The more versatile we are, the more we're able to adapt, allows us to be able to adapt to different situations in games. Because I believe that's what you need to do in a game. How we set up to tomorrow, we might change 2, 3, 4 times, but the players are able to do that, but also they have the profile of being able to do that. They understand it. I'm not wasting 10, 15, 20 minutes to a half having to get that communication across. They know it. And that's where I believe you have to really coach. Now we've had 5 camps, 9 games, and I believe we've seen it very, very quick. That's been our superpower. We have to be creative. We have to be. We don't have, like I tell you, and we know as a nation, we don't have the millions and millions, and we're a country of 3 million people. So we have to be flexible and we have to be creative. But that's what we have been. That's what we've been able to get to. And tomorrow just gives us another opportunity to be able to go into that again.
Yeah, and just leading on from that, are you looking to pick apart any key battles in the game tomorrow? Because obviously Belgium still have a very strong side across the board, and I was just wondering if there was anything you were particularly looking at in tomorrow's game, just on a kind of like player-to-player basis.
No, I can't just pick one player out with Belgium. They've got so many good ones, so many. So that's good. It's it's a lot of it as well, as much as we look at the opposition to as much detail as we can. Also, we have to work on ourselves. What are we good at and what do we do well? And really what we've been planning for and how we've been trying to move this team. We're going to have to use it all tomorrow. And we have been, that consistency, like I keep talking about, that's where we've been able to keep that. There'll be tomorrow, it will test us. But we cannot break. We have to rely on what we do and what makes us good. Now, if we keep to that, then we have a great chance.
Thank you very much.
David?
You mentioned on Friday, Craig, that you're looking to attack as you always do, and you always set out to win a game, as well as what you just said there about not breaking. I was wondering if you could tell us how you plan to hurt Belgium.
Do you want me to just give you a game plan?
Well, I know you're probably going to keep some things back, but some insight would be great.
No, look, loads of teams have strengths. some more than others. And loads of team have weaknesses, some more than others again. Now, there's definitely weaknesses in this team. And there's definitely weaknesses in our team. So we're fully aware of that. Now, how we're able to move, how we're able to press, set the triggers to press, what gives us the green light, what's the moment to wait, that's going to be the key moments. And also how we use the ball. You know, that's key. How we're able to play. But if we can work on a lot of the habits that we've been very good at, we keep the non-negotiable, they have to stay in the team. We believe this is what's going to allow us to come to places like Belgium, no matter where it is in the future, to really be able to hold your own and have real positive results like we all want. And that's what we're gearing for.
I remember when we were in Turkey, you mentioned how much you enjoyed the challenge and how much the team would learn from it. Does this feel like your biggest challenge yet? And could you sum up for us what it would mean practically for the campaign, but maybe on a personal and collective level, what victory would mean for you tomorrow night?
For me?
As a collective.
As a collective? Oh, it'd be big, of course. Of course. I can't, like, of course it is, but if we don't win, it's not the end of the world either. And I don't mean that as in, like, I'm looking at that. I'm not. It's just, it's a football match. There's way more important things in the world going on. Now, we're lucky. I'm beyond lucky. I love this game. So this gives us a good opportunity to say, well, we're playing against a top team. Can we be us? Can we do what we do? Now, of course, we respect the opposition. You have to with this type of team. Maybe there'll be times I have to defend deeper than I would usually like. You'll be forced to do it. But we're always looking to gain the next line. Trigger. Can we then play? Can we gain the overload? Now, can we be patient, wait for trigger? If they set triggers, then find a spare man. Play between the lines. Now, these type of games, you've got to be big. Get the ball. Be side on. Time your movement. Take responsibility. People call it brave. Not brave. Take responsibility. Now, if I believe the players will. That's my honest truth. What more can you ask then? Then you know, it might not be tomorrow, but I believe in the long run, where you're going, and this group still has a lot of games to play. We'll get to where we want to get to. Ben?
Thanks. Craig, just in terms of that sort of 12-month cycle you alluded to in terms of you being in the job, are you kind of ahead of where you thought you would be?
I try not to look too far ahead. But the speed of progress, yeah, I have to. Like I was trying to not, but of course, you know, we've gone 9 games unbeaten, and I don't know. You can tell me more. Have you seen a huge change or a small change?
Big change, I would say.
Yeah, and I know but I would agree with you as well because I have, and it's not. Please don't misprint this. This is not against anyone else who is doing something different. There's no right or wrong in how you play this game. No right or wrong. But how I look to use and how I like a team to be able to play from what they were doing before, there was going to be it was a big shift. There was a big gap. But how we were able to close that, like Turkey was a massive game to get it straight away and be able to play the way we did, really shortened our really give the players the confidence to be able to, this is what we want, this is how we can play. And then we've just been able to just keep moving. Some bits maybe we can be a little bit better on, but then we've improved again with it. Maybe Iceland away, for instance, 2-0 up, but then second half didn't create the angles quick enough. That was our only downfall. Second game, after we ended up drawing that one, and the next game, Montenegro would start going man v man, then we create the angles even quicker, took man v man off, and then we win that game comfortably. So those learning bits, we've been always able to progress. And then that gives you a library to build. You're able to show the players habits, no waving of hands. We press, we all press. So all these things that makes us be us,
to get that so quick, because it doesn't feel quick. Do you understand what I mean? It feels like it's a year, but I've only been like 9 games. You know, I can get this done in pre-season, and I just think it shows. I think all the time we're always asking for time, be patient, be this. It's a process, blah blah blah. Like, get to work. You know, that's it. Players are clever in what you believe they are. Players are good footballers. Let them be good footballers, but give them the tools to be that. And I'm not going to say I'm there, you good as a kit. It's like work, run, press, react, lose it, get it back. And all these things I think players like doing anyway. So just emphasize that. Instead of emphasizing a goal that just went in the top corner, look at the press there. If he didn't react, we never get that goal. Highlight that. So, yeah, I think players respond to that a little bit quicker.
With that in mind, what would it mean to preserve that unbeaten record, make it 10, kick into the summer, people disappear for a bit then? What would that do, Craig, for you and the team?
Oh, look, it's always nice, but I don't live waking up every morning thinking like, oh, please do not lose. I don't want to lose this. No. Play well. Play well. We've done everything we could. That's the honest truth. This week's been top. And it's been top since I've just loved every moment of it, because they train, they work, they show up. And have that is like amazing. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't have to, that today weren't good enough. No, we need to be sharper. Never once had to. So they give you energy. Do you understand what I mean? It's like, and whatever will be, like it rolls on if we go past, but it's going to happen. Do I live in fear of it? Not at all. Not at all. I don't live that way. This game is like, I think I've had so much setbacks in my life. It's okay. I'm still here. And I just had the best year of my life. And, you know, it's like, this has been the best. How did I get that to 45? What have I been waiting for? But at the same time, it's like, I don't know what's around the corner. I don't. But I know what I'm going to do. Enjoy everything. The good, the bad, whatever it is. And I think that's, I don't know, maybe I look too deep into stuff, or maybe not. I try not to. But we're here for a tiny, short time. You worried about what people say? Like, don't. They're going to talk anyway. Be you. And enjoy the best thing you've ever got. Like, live it to the fullest. I don't know if that's more this football or life in general. And that's true. I don't care. I've been maybe give like, I had a gift of not caring what people thought. I like that. So I keep that gift. But also just like, I'm here today. I'll be gone tomorrow. So why not enjoy it? Am I going to get stressed before this game? No, I can't wait for it. If I want it now, okay, I have to wait another 24 hours. But it'd be so worth it.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
No.
Or just, yeah, a couple of last questions.
Okay.
Craig, just staying on the positivity, your captain signed a new contract at Tottenham today. I just wondered what your reaction is.
Nothing.
Not positive for Wales as well, that he's playing.
I've not, honestly, it's Belgium. This is what I'm talking about, yeah.
Okay. And
We can ask, maybe you catch me walking down the street one day and we could talk about it, but yeah, it's not a press conference one, not for me.
Okay. And can I ask about Aaron Ramsey? Have you spoken to him recently?
Yeah.
He's been linked with a move to Mexico.
Yeah,
Get your reaction to
I've been
that.
in close contact for the last couple of days. Between us two.
Is it going to happen, and what's your view on it,
Oh, you want me to tell you what we were talking about?
if you can?
No. He's my mate. We stay, like, I don't ask your questions who you're speaking to. I appreciate you asking, though. I think we just have to find out. I'm being honest, I don't know. So,
Okay.
top man, thank you very much. Yeah.
Joe.